Suppose you have two savings accounts, both with a principal of $100 and an interest rate of 5%, but one earns simple interest and one earns interest compounded annually. Which account will earn more interest after 10 years? So, first of all things being equal, same interest rate, same principal, all that, compound interest is always going to earn more. Compound interest is interest that grows every month, every day, a couple of times a year, depends on the problem. This one's compounded annually. Simple interest, on the other hand, is interest that just grows at the end of the term. So at the end of 10 years, simple interest is just going to give us interest one time at the end of that 10-year period. Compound interest, on the other hand, is going to give us interest every single year 10 times. So in this case, we're going to have more under compound interest. The question is, how much more? So the simple interest formula looks like this. It's PRT. So in PRT, P is the principal. Spelling that right. Oh, not that kind of principal. Principal. R is the interest rate, and T is the time in years. Okay, so this problem says that we've got a principal of $100. The interest rate is 5%, which when we put this in the calculator, we have to put it in as a decimal. So 5% as a decimal is 0.05. The way we find that is by doing 5 divided by 100. So 5%. And the time in years is going to be 10. And so quite simply, we just do 100 times 0.05 times 10. And we can put this in the calculator all at once. 100.05 times 10. And that's going to give us $50 of interest. So simple interest earns $50. So that means the account will have $150 because we put $100 in and then we earned $50. So the account doesn't have $50 in it because we started with 100. So the account has the $100 that we put in plus $50 in interest. Okay, so we now have $150. So now let's talk about compound interest. And the formula for compound interest is slightly more complicated. First of all, simple interest, the formula just gives us the interest only. Compound interest gives us the total amount in the account. A is the total amount. Now it still uses the principal. It's 1 plus the rate, close parentheses, raised to the t power. So it still uses PR and T, but in a slightly different format here. And it does not give us just the interest, it gives us the total amount in the account. We're still going to do our substitution here. So 1 plus 0.05 is our rate. And we're going to raise this to the 10th power. Okay. And we can put this into the calculator exactly like that. So we'll do 100, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.05, close parentheses, and then we're going to raise this to the 10th power. 162 point, and let's go ahead and round this to 89. Now that is not the interest. Remember, this is telling us the total amount. Let's not do the dollar sign quite yet. 162.8894. So we're going to say the account has $162.89. But remember, we started with $100 in the account. So how much did it actually earn? Well, compound earns $62.89 because $100 of that was money we put in. We didn't earn $162.89 because 100 of that we just put in. It earned $62.89. So, which account will earn more interest? Compound earns more. How much more does it earn? Well, if Simple earns 50 and Compound earns 62.89, then Compound earns $12.89 more than Simple. So if you have the same starting amount of money, the same interest rate, and the same amount of time, if all of those are the same, Compound is always going to give you more money. If some of those amounts are different, like if you put less money into compound interest than simple, then sometimes simple might be more. But all things being equal, compound interest is always going to be a little bit better than simple interest, unless you're only putting it in for 1 year and it's compounded annually. You put it in for 1 year compounded annually, they'll be exactly the same. But otherwise, compound interest always going to be a little bit better. And our goal is just to figure out how much better